With the ice hockey season just around the corner, I'm delighted to welcome into the studio Neil Morris from the Manchester Phoenix to take a look at the new campaign.
Hi,
welcome to the studio. You all right?
I'm good.
Good. So how is the preparations going then for the new season?
It's going good. I mean, we're a bit behind the rest of the teams because our arenas have to take the ice out later than everybody else's with all the community activities. So our training's a bit behind, but we think we need to give them a bit of a chance. You know what, with having Tony Hand as our player coach, you've got to give them a bit of a start.
Well, it's always nice to goad the opposition as well, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Of course. So you've got this Battle of the Roses coming up, haven't you? Which is like a hark back to the days of the Knights and so on. But can you just explain that one to us?
Yeah, I mean, many years ago there was a thing called War of the Roses where the Knights with the red rose fought the Knights with the white rose, and nowadays it's done on the ice. So we've taken their place. We don't have a great history in this, to be honest with you. Somebody told me before, which sort of penny had dropped with, we haven't won it for 7 years.
Oh, you need to get them back then, don't you?
But we are going to win it this year.
Yeah.
We've seen the trophy. It's ours. And we actually think, joking aside, we think we've got a good team this year. We've playing in the Premiership. We think we've got a very balanced team. We've actually got more young GB internationals playing for us this year than we've ever had, and probably more than any other team in the league. Plus, we've got some seasoned professionals out there, and we think we're going to be a good team. I think we're maybe going to surprise a few people.
See, for people who don't know that much about ice hockey, obviously, back in the 90s, it was this fantastic sport that was brand new to Britain, and everyone was going down to the arena just across the road to watch it and so on. But it went through a bit of a lull with the decline of Storm, I suppose, but you're trying to bring it all back with the Phoenix, obviously, hence the name.
Yeah, I mean, the Phoenix has done very well, to be honest. It's had a loyal band of support, you know, for the last sort of 4 or 5 years, and last year really was its growth year. We obviously have joined the club up now with a great academy with under-10s, 12s, 14s, 16s, 18s. We've got an English National League team that this year we've rebranded the Trafford Metros, which is the old team before Storm came along, and that's quite nice. And then, of course, we've got the Premiership team, the Phoenix. So it's worked quite well. Unfortunately, the juniors won more silverware than we won last year.
Good for the future, though.
It's good for the future because we've got youngsters up and coming that are playing for the pro team, and that's really what we started it for. That's what we want.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and I think this is the first year that we'll start with a Manchester lad in the squad.
Great.
So that's great.
Well, that's a way of attracting new fans, of course, as well, having local lads playing. But, I mean, when they were over here, I think they set a British record, didn't they? Was it 17,000 fans they had for one fixture?
I think it was something like 17,960.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, how many people are you getting there now?
I think we're probably levelling out now at around 2,000 people. I mean, it's tough to say because when you sell out, you've got 2,500 people there, and some weeks you've got 1,500. And I think what it is it's the building only holds 2,500. So when we actually played in the cup last year, I can tell you now, we wear headsets like you, and I couldn't hear a thing. I just said to him in the end, forget talking to me from production, because it was just as noisy in there as it was in that arena with 18,000 people. And I think the atmosphere creates really what it's about, and the fun that you create on the ice. So
do you think that if the arena was bigger, you could attract more people to watch the sport? Obviously, I went when I was a kid. I was 10 or 11 when Storm started. We went over there watching Hilton Ruggles and the like playing, and for us it was fantastic because it was just so different.
Well, I think obviously we could attract more people, but I think we've got to be careful on where we go. I mean, you know, we're playing out of a semi-permanent building at the moment. There's probably got about another 3-4 years life in it. The new building will be anything from 3,000 to 3,500 seats. And to be honest, for this sort of size sport, I think it's about right.
Okay.
And I think I'd rather we were selling the building out and everybody that came had a great time than we had lots of empty seats like you see at football stadiums at the moment. And, you know, the recession's been tough for everybody, so I'd rather fill seats than own empty seats.
Great, OK. Well, we'll get back to the ice hockey then. You've made some new signings over the summer. How do you think they're going to settle in and sort of refresh the side? You said that you've got one of the best teams that you've had in a few years. Yeah,
I think, I mean, like, you know, we've got some great GB internationals. We've got probably the best crop of youngsters that are coming up in this country at the moment. You know, Tony will coach them, probably, shouldn't really say this, but better than any other. Because he's the most famous British ice hockey player there is, and he's proved his coaching. So he's picked these lads, and I think they'll play well for him. And you know, we've got a brace of goal scorers coming in. You know, we've got a young Scot that scored 22 goals, who, you know, Tony tells me he's going to score 35 plus this year. We've got a young Brit in there that also scored nearly 20 goals last year. So you know, we've got lots of lads that have got potential in there, and we've got 2 great defenders. You know, one of them that played for us last year that was absolutely outstanding. At times, probably the best lad on the ice. So
I'm expecting trophies.
Oh, we're going to bring trophies. I tell you now, hold me to this tonight. This time,
Yeah.
we're going to bring trophies.
Fantastic. Well, for people who don't know much about the way that the leagues work and the cup works and so on, can you just explain a bit of background on that briefly?
Sure. We run with our team has a minimum of 16 players, 5 on the ice at any one time with the goalkeeper. We're allowed to play 4 imports, which are basically players that are non-homegrown. If you look at football, you'll see what non-homegrown players are.
Yeah,
that should help you out. And then, obviously, we play every Sunday at home. There are 3 cups to take part in this year. The first one's this weekend. This is the simplistic one that we're playing because we play them away on Saturday night, home with us on Sunday night. The one with the most points takes the trophy.
Nice. And so for anyone who then fancies coming down to ice hockey, perhaps haven't been down to see the Phoenix before, they want to get tickets, how do they get them?
Well, this is probably a great weekend to come and see it because we've reduced all the tickets to £6 each because it's the money's been donated to charity afterwards.
OK.
And we thought it was a great opportunity to get new people to come and see a game. Plus, I think it's going to be fairly high-charged, exciting affair.
Well, so it should be Lancashire and Yorkshire.
Yeah, and I think, you know, we've got the second leg, which I think is good because if we do win the trophy, obviously it'll be given to us on the night, so that'd be great.
Excellent. Well, the best of luck with that, Neil, and thanks for coming in today.
You're welcome.
Brilliant. Thank you.